Hey, what's good, everyone? Welcome back to Rocket Ship for Space Signals Transmission 2, where we break down all news, rumors, theories, and updates from both XG and XGALX. I am Syndicate Poogie. Konnichiwa, Syndicate Poogie des. This is our second episode, and we've got the airwave burning. It's a little bit colder now, so I wanted a warmer vibe, and I've invested in a mic, so hopefully you guys can hear me a little bit better. We've got Stitch along for the ride, and we've got a lot to cover today. A lot of new updates have happened over the past few days in the world of XG, and I have a lot of exciting things to go over with you guys, and hopefully you guys can share your thoughts as well. So without further ado, welcome to Space Signals. So the first topic I wanted to discuss is we now have official confirmation that the name of XG's first full-length album is The Core. Now, last episode I talked about how their world tour was also named The Core. Well, it's all connected. So off the official website announcement, which this was confirmed, I want to say close to 10 hours ago, only a short time ago. Uh, Straight from the website, XG's first full-length album, The Core, served as a bold statement, capturing the group's deepest essence. It looked beyond trends and embellishments, focusing instead on the core of their music and identity. The album moved freely across genres, weaving together different eras and spaces to create a boundless musical journey. At the heart of these transformations remained XG's unwavering identity and distinctive energy. The album stands as a declaration of X-pop, not X-pop, X-pop, a new genre crafted by XG themselves, guided by the belief that good music holds value on its own. The album expressed a timeless journey that transcended boundaries of time, space, and culture. So this really says a lot about everything that's been built up to this point for XG's growth as artists and as musicians. I was really yapping, trying to, scrape for what we might see in terms of what the core represents, but it says it plain as day. We're going to see what XG's true essence is, what their identity is, because for some time now, I want to say, well, I mean, since the beginning, they've always just defined their genre as X-pop, but X-pop wasn't easily describable to someone that's unfamiliar. And truthfully, as alphas, even we were along for the ride and trying to figure things out there. Well, now with the release of Gala, back in my reaction to that video, I felt like Gala was the most complete version of what X-pop can be. You've got music that combines different genres. You've got sounds that can really hold their own across different time periods. If you place that song, whether it's the 90s, 2000s to today, it holds its own. And then the visuals also reference a lot of different things that are relevant in pop culture today, as well as previous decades. So I think that XG is all about really transcending all boundaries in every sense of the word. They're transcending time, they're transcending sound, and even identity. They're everything all at once, literally. And I think that we are going to hear even more music on this Gala album that further defines that. And I'm really excited to see how they put that footprint and put that stamp into the music industry or just into the world, and just seeing how much this art can impact the world on its own. And I really love what they said as well about how good music holds value on its own. That's, taking it for what it is and not thinking or feeling that it was created as a response to a trend or a response to a want, in terms of, what's the end goal here. This is literally just XG expressing themselves and just being who they are. And I really love that about them. And I can't wait to hear more from the album. And now we know what the first what the name is, the core. And not only that, they did reveal some of the goodies from the album. You can see that, of course, in true XG fashion, they're going to be including trading cards. So many. They have various versions: the CD version, the vinyl version, and there were a couple extra bonuses that really stood out to me. Beyond the normal uh, member cards, they have ID cards as well, which I thought were nice. I'm curious to see how those look. You could kind of make them out, and they do look blurry. But the other bonus that I really like and I'm looking forward to have in hand is a Starfinder. So, I don't know if that is something that is just within XG culture or if that's citing something from Japanese culture, but I want to see how that is presented and what that's all about. Have you guys pre-ordered the core yet? I have pre-ordered, but I might get a few more copies just to see what kind of bonuses I can get. The different vendors from Tower to uh, Target, they're going to have vendors across the U.S. So if you can't get a pre-order now, they're going to open up pre-orders for the album in U.S. stores, from Barnes and Nobles to Target to Walmart to Amazon US. So hold on, and once those are confirmed, I'll definitely let you guys know as well. But let me know, did you guys pre-order the core? And what are your thoughts now that we know the album name and what this album represents? I think this is more than anything. This is going to be, you know, their 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 introduction into the bigger space of everything. We're here, and this is what X pop is, and they're really going to make the biggest footprint, and also be their strongest version of themselves that we've ever seen. So there we go, the core. Let me know your thoughts below. All right. Now on to topic two, uh, connecting directly with the core and of what's to come. At During the spooky holiday festival that happened in Hong Kong on October 31st, there was a small snippet of an instrumental that played at the very end, right after Mascara. I would link it here, but I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike. It it's rumored to be a tease for their new song, whatever that may be. So if I could describe the song, it was fairly short, maybe about 10 seconds. The instrumental had like this wind instrument, almost like a flute sound, like a flute synth sound, and it closed out with some touches of string instruments. It kind of had this mysterious vibe, kind of like brooding, or like an introduction. And if I could envision some kind of vibe or scene, it sounds like this is going to be the most random reference. It sounds like something you might see out of like Uncharted or Indiana Jones. I'm getting like a warm vibe from the sound, and it's like something like you just made a discovery. And my feeling is that if it is truly an XG song, I think it's gonna be a rap song for sure. We got dance with Gala with the bars, but I think this is gonna be. I don't even think I can define a genre anymore now that they're establishing this as X pop. We're gonna get a little bit of unique instrumentals with the wind instruments. We're definitely gonna get bars, that's for sure. But I feel like in terms of tone, um, where Gala is something that I could see myself jamming to, either cruising down the road or on the dance floor, and somewhat in the gym or on the treadmill, actually. Uh, I definitely feel like this next song could be more of a gym anthem. It sounds like it's going to have a very aggressive vibe as well. So we're going to see. The closest cousin to that, if we're looking at XG's discography, might be something like Undefeated. Yeah, I want to say it's close to Undefeated in terms of what it might sound similar to. So if you have a chance, I would recommend checking out XGPrincess's YouTube channel. If you don't know, she has like a ton of content. Probably, I don't know who has more, to be honest. It's just overwhelming the amount of updates that she pulls in from different sources and shares with everyone. But if you want to listen to the teaser, the potential teaser, go on and head over to the channel. I'll probably add it in the link in the description. But you know, 11/8 is around the corner, so uh, no, well, we're gonna get to 11/8, but I'm thinking that we might hear more because right now it's November 6th, so that's in 2 days. Yikes! We may even hear this song name in 2 days' time. So let's see what this brings. What do you guys think after listening to it? Let me know if you think it's gonna be their next song and what your thoughts are on about it, and what you think the concept of the song might be. Okay, moving right along, we have a rumor. This rumor has been cooking for a while now. I want to say since September, and it was actually something that was possibly manifested by alphas just because the chemistry between the two, it just makes sense. And what this rumor is the Skullpanda XG collab. So I'm not sure where this announcement started, but there seemed to be some kind of leak as to uh, future Skull Panda collabs, and it was leaked that there was going to be an XG and Skull Panda collab happening in the near future, and that it was going to be a Japan exclusive, which would be super super disappointing if we couldn't have the easiest access to buying those things here in North America or other parts of the world, because the whole world at this point loves all things Pop Mart, and especially Skull Panda and Alphas. I know, so many Alphas have already bought Skull Pandas on their own just because they look like XG members and remind them of XG's concepts. But I want to say back in September, there was that rumor posted for a potential collab. Now, officially on Pop Mart's feed, they have announced that in Shibuya, they're going to have a pop up shop. This is going to run from November 18th to November 25th. That's Tuesday to Tuesday. And the imagery, if you take a look at this image, the visual looks very similar to the font found on XG's second EP, All. The way that XG visual is with like this cyberpunk metallic look with the jagged edges, you see a little bit at the bottom right there. So Shibuya, and what's okay, I got my dates wrong. What's very telling here is November 18th here. It looks similar to PS 118. Well, it's still, actually, I might be totally off. There might not be a connection there, but again, the numbers look fairly similar. That might be a stretch as well, but nonetheless, in Shibuya they're going to have a pop-up shop there, and everyone is thinking that it's going to feature uh, XG and Skull Panda collab. Whether it's going to be the little miniatures or the softer, fluffy versions of the Skull Panda, who knows? Uh, okay, I did end up getting one on my own because I was curious to see what they were about. It's missing the plastic piece, which is somewhere around here, but here's the one that I got. And this is from the Sound series. This one is apparently called the Anger. And already, just the detail here, the expressions, the styling, it's like XG stylist designed this. Um, And XG themselves have posted their love for all things Skull Panda and Labubu. Who knows how much of Pop Mart merchandise they love and collect on their own. But I'm pretty excited to see if this actually happens. I'm nervous if it's a Japanese exclusive. I potentially do have a means of picking them up if they are a Japan exclusive, but it's still a big ask. I hope this is something that they release on the online store for Alpha's sake, because they've got to know that Alphas love Skullpanda, and they've got to know that they've been clamoring for this for the longest time. So we will know leading up to this November 18th date. Is there seems I don't know if it's coincidence that 1118 looks like PS 118, and I know that I'm off. That's 18 versus 8, but just the numbering, it's strange. It's strange to me. So once we get confirmation on that, I'll chime in again. But let me know your thoughts. Are you guys Skull Panda fans? Do you guys have Skull Panda in your collection? And are you excited to purchase some XG Skull Panda merch down the road? Let me know your thoughts below. And finally, for our final topic, we have a surprise announcement that happened this morning actually. The XG official shop is going to have a Black Friday sale. Black Friday is traditionally a US tradition, but obviously it's transcended. Retailers uh, love to put big sales on around the Thanksgiving holiday. So now the XG official shop is no exception. Officially, the Black Friday sale will be happening on November 28th. November 28th, it starts at 12 noon, going all the way to December 1st. That's the pre-sale, that's the Alpha's pre-sale. And then the general sales are going to go from December 1st to December 5th. So for 8 days, you're going to be able to buy XG merchandise for 30% off. Now, I'm super excited. Seeing this, I wish I held off on buying certain merch before the sale came about, because now knowing that it's still available in the shop, I could have gotten it for less. And not only that, they've also communicated. Let's see what the formal announcement says here. It says, okay, the Alpha's pre-orders start November 28th. Alpha's pre-sales, and then the official sales the general sales will start December 1st. Eligible products include products 1 through 3, so seasons 1 through 3, and popular items that were already sold out. Stock is limited and will end once stock is gone. That is crazy to me, because there are several products that I know a lot of alphas wanted, especially early on, that I really hope get a restock. There is a XG pullover that was really popular and sold out really quick. I'm hoping to get one. Well, okay, truth be told, I have one, but I want another one. I never got the XG Frisbee or the chain officially, and I never got those phone charms. That's all from the first line. And then wave two predominantly were these keychains, these custom keychains that were made. They posted them, and then they did a pre-order for another set. I cannot find my keychains, so I'm hoping that they post those again. I have two of them. I have Harvey and Juria. Grateful for that. But I had the whole set. I need to find where the other ones are. Yikes, I know, shame on me, but I hope that I can find those. And this is probably a stretch and a huge ask, but a lot of alphas are speculating that, hey, what if they have separate editions of Mascara, Shooting Star, and even Tippy Toes on CD? I know Simon-san had said, nope, first three singles, that's it, one and done. But I'm knocking on wood that we have some luck with that. XGALX, if you're watching this right now, I am not alone. If you put second print in bold letters, I do not care. But if I can have a physical reprint of those singles officially, I'm down. I'm totally down. So, knowing that there's a discount here, yes, you'll still get hit with tariff charges, but actually, Japan is now incorporating a new shipping service which offsets some of those higher costs from DHL, which were crazy high. It takes a few more days longer, and you know, I think it's not as insured or even insured, but it does save money. So with the lower shipping option plus this discount, if you've been holding out and you see some products there that you've been waiting on, this is your time to get them. So keep that in your calendar. The sales again, they start on Friday, November 28th, and they'll go through December 1st. And let me know if you are excited for this sale, what you are looking forward to picking up. One thing that I do need to pick up, I guess I went a little ham on tour. My Juria tail charm for the light stick broke, so I need to get a new one. And oh, one other thing, they did note that there is a bonus for ordering during this time frame. They have a special limited edition tail charm. It's the XG Blacktail. So if you're looking forward to that, it's going to be going out with the first or with every 35k yen order. That's a little. That's I want to say that's over $200 because 150k, no 15k yen is about 100 US dollars. Yeah, roughly in the realm of like $200. You will get this special bonus tail charm. And yeah, I'm posting the photos of all this below. Let me know what your thoughts are. And save money now. Save money now because I think right before this is actually Juria's birthday. So her perfume is coming out, and I'm team Acorn Village, so I gotta get it for Juria Chan. I'm very curious to see how her scent turns out. I've already checked out the other three, and I'm really excited for that. So that's it. Once again, this is another episode of Space Signals. Thank you for decoding these signals with me and going over all these topics. And let me know your thoughts on any of the topics we discussed today. And if we get confirmation on the stuff that I talked about earlier, like the Skullpanda uh, collab, I will probably touch on that sooner than later, before the next episode of Space Signals. Just but we'll see. Maybe we'll continue just keep getting information as the days go by. And again, if you enjoyed this content, feel free to like and comment. And if you want to stick around and join me and join the discussion, definitely subscribe. I'd be grateful for that. So until the next transmission, I appreciate you guys. Peace.